we've launched. We are now officially Portly Pig Studios LLC. That's pretty exciting. The next thing kind of on the agenda after of Gods and Golems is really music videos. So we have an album out. We've had it out for a while, and that's what we were doing before we all went to grad school. And so it just seems kind of like the natural thing to do is to go through and make the music videos for all of our great songs. So I wrote a song called Destroyer. My brother and I wrote it, Kai Pfeiffer. And we're doing a music video based on imperaphobia. So if you know what imperaphobia was, it was a small art installation we did with stop motion puppets. It's pretty cool. You can check it out. It's on our webpage. So let's get to it. This is one of my little characters that I've made. You can see. He's a wireframe puppet. He's pretty cute. He's got an epoxy head. This started out exactly like my other puppets started out. So you can see this is a basic kind of wireframe puppet. This one's bigger. But it's exactly how Jimmy started. It's how I started with the original Gollum puppet. This is the basis for everything I do is this wireframe puppet, this armature that I make. So here we go. You can see he's got movable little hands, movable fingers. He's a pretty cute little guy. Hey there. He's pretty. This is the first one I made, and I actually didn't design the puppet. Greg designed the puppet. He had an idea for what he wanted it to look like. And so he drew me a picture, and then I made this little guy off of the picture. And even if I say so myself, he looks exactly like the picture. I'm awesome at this game. And so, we made this one, and shortly after that, we realized that this is the after. This is him kind of destroyed and screwed up looking. And I wondered what he would look like if he, before the torture, so to speak, the destroyer torture. And so what I ended up doing is I always make puppets in sets. So when I made his frame, I made another frame exactly like it. So I make them, I make series of them so that they're very, very similar, so that you can use them if you need a similar frame for the same character. And so what I ended up doing, right, was making the same character, and this is the character. This is her, before the said torture, right? And so this is actually the second time I made this puppet. The first time I made it a little too heavy, and so you got to be careful, right? Because wire frames, they can't handle. You got to be light when you make little heads, because you want the lightest part to be at the top and the heaviest part to be at the bottom, right? Okay, and so here is the puppet frame. Here's the whole puppet. I haven't put the head on yet. You can see, but it's gonna be pretty cute. Here she is. You see her little feet. We've done an animation of the feet. If you look at our reel, you can see what the feet look like. We've already started doing animation parts. I did a lip sync with the other puppet. So what happened is I was trying to revamp the other puppet, which is right here, and I was using a hammer to get the epoxy apart. And I was gonna repaint her, put new hair on her, all this stuff, and lo and behold, pop! There we go. Broke her right off. So what I did. Originally, to get this one, I took this puppet and I made a cast of his face, and so then I rebuilt a cat. So I took a cast of his face and put it, and that came out with this one, right? So here's the relief or whatever mold. So I made a cast of his face, and then I made an exact replica. And so then what I did is I took the replica, and this is the piece, this is it, and I built onto the original face. So it was very, very similar. And then when this one broke, what I did is I put it together, and I made a cast of this one's face because I really liked the face, and that's this cast. And so that's how I ended up with this little guy here, and remade the hair a little fuller, a little nicer. So it's pretty interesting a way to do it. So I make I'm making several of the same character at different stages in her life, and so the shape face, the shape of the face, and the eyes and the feel kind of all has to be the same. There's a difference with this puppet. This puppet I didn't use square stock. The head is attached to this puppet. This puppet's not coming off. This one, I put square stock on the neck so that I can put multiple heads on. So I'm probably going to be making another few heads that are different stages of her life, so that you can see, you know, what she's been through in small stages. So those are the Destroyer puppets. Well, you know, 2 out of 3 of them or whatever. But the set is in Oregon. And so we'll be traveling to Oregon in the next few weeks once I get the puppets done, and we'll be shooting a stop motion film. So check it out. Thanks for playing.